Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Season 12, Episode 47, overall 652 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, located at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Automall. Check out their website, barrycullen.com, for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles and Cadillac vehicles as well. You can call the dealership at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email them at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969 and has been a sponsor and advertiser of this show for the last 3.5 years. And speaking of Barry Cullen Chevrolet right now, with us being in winter and getting these minus 20, 25 temperatures, it can be hard on your battery. Right now at Barry Cullen Chevrolet, they are doing a free 12-volt battery test. And if you happen to need a new battery, you can receive a $20 voucher as well. And also with the snow coming, we're going to get more snow on Sunday. If you're looking for winter tires, check out Sarah Higgins or Greg Smith in the service department at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. And also at Barry Cullen Chevrolet right now, there's no payments up to 90 days on all financing offers. More details at barrycullen.com or drop by the dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Automall. I hope everyone is doing well on this frigid minus 26 temperature day here in Southern Ontario on this Friday, January 23rd, 2026. And I'm looking forward to my guest today. This is her first appearance on our show, and she is an actress, a singer, a dancer, and she's based out of Northern California. And we're going to bring her on right now. Her name is Judy Cerda, and she's been acting in movies and commercials, music videos, corporate videos, web series, you name it, for the past 20 years as well. So we're going to bring on Judy Cerda right now. Good afternoon, Judy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing really well. How about you?
I am doing well. I can't believe it's already Friday, January 23rd, and 2026 scares me. I still think it's 1986.
I know, the time goes by so fast. You start a new year and pretty soon you find you're already a couple of months into it before you know it.
So how are you doing? And can you tell us about a little bit of some of your upcoming projects I see on your social media sites like Facebook?
Yes, I'm actually in a movie called The Tardins, which is a comedy movie, and I'm playing this relative Hegel who's a dominatrix, and it's all comical. And that movie is being edited right now. It's not out yet, but it will be out soon. And I was also recently in a movie called Blitzes, where I'm playing this daughter, Jane, who's taking care of her parents. And because of the stress, is a really rude customer at a pizza parlor. And it turns into being pretty comical there, too. So those two movies are coming out. I also recently did a feature film called Losers Weepers, playing Detective Walker. That's a more serious drama feature movie. And I was also recently in another movie called the Julia Stiles movie. That one has played already online for a short time, but it's also going to be on Amazon Prime soon. They're doing a little extra editing on it, but it will be out soon on that channel. And I'm just keeping busy with different projects, looking forward to a couple of movies coming up that I'm going to be doing in a few months.
I was reading up, you're going to play Captain Buchanan in the Time Force, which
Yes,
will start shooting
exactly.
in March. And then
Yeah.
also you did an interview with Minds Magazine about some Easter Seals film competition you're going to be involved with.
Right. That's a competition I've been in for 3 years. Every year, the director comes up with a new movie, and it makes it not only in the Easter Seals competition, but it plays at other film festivals as well, and different movies I've done with this director, Clinton Steven Seagal, have won some awards. So I'm always happy to work with him and do interviews for his magazines and act in his films.
Now, you've been an actor for over 20 years now. How much has the industry changed with the internet and also social media nowadays too?
Oh, it's really changed a lot. I'd say tremendously the past 6 years. Auditions used to be in person where you would submit on casting sites or your agent would submit you. And if they liked your pictures, your profile, your acting reels, and decided you were a fit for a role, they would call you and some others into audition. Now it's all done through self tape. If they choose you, they contact you and ask you to film it yourself with your own cell phone or whatever equipment you have and send it in through the system. So I can audition for different LA projects, even though I'm in Northern California, or even in states such as Texas and Atlanta, Georgia. I can audition anywhere from home. I don't have to worry about paying for a plane flight and traveling to an audition. So that's one way that it's really changed a lot. And they've come out with a lot of new casting sites as well, too.
What are your thoughts on the shrinking film industry, and do you find creativity is shrinking as well?
Well, with a lot of the major motion picture movies, although there are some good ones out, a lot of them are very predictable and are almost the same story over and over, which I think is what is making people lose interest in going to the movie theaters and seeing them as much. We go to the movies now maybe once or twice a year is all. There just aren't that many good movies we're interested in seeing. And I think more of the creativity is going to the independent movies, which is why a lot of Hollywood movie stars are acting now in independent films. I'm in a couple with actually one with Robert Miano and another one with Robert Lasardo from LA. They're coming more to the independent films because they like the creativity and they like the uniqueness of the stories. So I feel that independent films are doing better than ever, which is great.
What are your thoughts on AI?
Well, AI has a purpose. I was in a TV show recently where it was used called Halloween in Hell, and it was used for the fire in the background. And I think that was a good thing because myself and my lover in the TV show were supposed to be in hell, and it would have been quite dangerous, I think, to be that close to a fire. So it was a relief to me that AI was being used rather than standing in front of a fireplace or um, some kind of a construction they had going on to make it look like a fire, something that was heated up. I think it was a lot safer using the AI. I think AI is good for a lot of background stuff and it keeps actors from having to put themselves in dangers. And I've been in a few too where the AI did the stunts, the kicking, the fighting, the different things. So I think that it's really helping actors a lot in that respect. But on the other hand, it may put stunt workers out of work because they're not going to be used as much with the AI being able to take your body, your photo, and make you do the movements that you normally couldn't do.
So I never thought about that. So the stuntman, you'll see them shrinking then.
Right. I think so. I think so. And also a lot of set designers, while sets like house sets and things like that are still going to be used and they look beautiful. But if it's going to become a dangerous set, like a cliff or a fire or something really dangerous out there, I think AI is going to be used more and more as it gets perfected. It's not perfected yet. There's a lot of improvements that need to be made. But I think that in 5 to 10 years, there'll be a whole lot of that.
Do you feel that it'll eventually replace actors and actresses, or you feel in certain other areas, yes, but not in the acting part?
Yes, I do think it will replace actors in a lot of ways. It will replace singers. I was going to sing for a music video and learn the song, and the director used AI to get the music rather than creating it himself. He could put in the lyrics and get great music. Well, it also put in a singer for him, a perfect singer, and he could not get it off. Is that he didn't have the right equipment for the AI or if it is even possible. But it ended up being an AI singer singing it, which meant that I wasn't hired to be the singer after all, because AI put a perfect person in, and it was a guy's voice too. But the song sounded so great that I could understand his perspective that he might as well use it. And I think that's going to happen a lot, and with voiceovers too. They could also take your voice from a movie and turn it into a voiceover, which means no extra hours, which in turn means no extra pay for doing the role. And in a lot of movies, while people still like the human element of the actors in them, I personally don't like animated movies. I don't like watching animated figures. I would rather see real breathing human beings. But in some aspects, they're going to be using AI for with certain figurines, certain animated characters, because some people do like them. So there is a threat of that some actors are going to be out of jobs, but at the same time, there will still be some directors who are going to like the human element and want their movie to be more realistic.
Now, you wear many different hats, Judy. I almost said Susan there. I know that was one of the characters you played in the movie, but
Yes, a couple of them.
Susan Connors, yeah. But
Yeah.
as for voiceovers, have you done a lot of voiceover work in your career so far? Because I know
Yes,
you've done some commercials.
I've done a lot of voiceovers and a lot of commercials, and I always enjoy that kind of work. I've also noticed a change in that respect too, that I used to do a lot more voiceovers because when they cast you, they would call you to come to their studio. They would have the professional studio and record you. Now, a lot of them are saying you must have your own studio or access to your own studio for the job, which I do not. So I haven't done as much as I used to do. And that is sad. But I think they're putting like a lot of the pressure on the actors to come up with things now. Studios, even some asking for green screens. I think that it's changing too much and not in a good way, where they're putting too much responsibility on the actors instead of just letting us do our part and they do their part.
Now, I'm based out of the Toronto area. Can you just tell our audience a little bit about yourself, and when did you develop an interest in the entertainment industry as an actor, dancer, and singer?
I did that when I was a little girl, when I was 5 years old, and found out that the people on the TV set were not little people inside the box, but real actors. I knew that was what I wanted to do. I would start the commercials and learning the lines and doing the commercials myself and entertain my parents with that because I could memorize the lines at a young age and imitate the commercials. And I used to have a tape recorder when I was a little girl and have the neighborhood kids and me make a movie on the tape recorder, even though it was just vocal because there weren't any, except for a few home camera movies, which I didn't have. We would do it on the tape recorder and I would make a movie, tell them what the lines were, sometimes write out the script. So I knew that that's what I was cut out for at a young age. And I also started taking dance lessons when I was 5 years old, ballet, tap, jazz, tumbling. And I knew that I loved dancing. And I got really serious about it when I was 12 and started doing lots of competitions at county fairs and entering competitions as a dancer, a tap dancer, a jazz dancer. And I really got into the dancing. And to this day, I still love dancing. And I danced in some commercials, films, and lots of music videos. So I'm still going strong with that.
How would you describe yourself as a dancer?
I think that I'm a very smooth dancer with a real ballet touch to it. I'm not a hip hop dancer. When I do jazz dancing, I know some of my movements look very balletic. And I also take a dance class every week too called Shine, where it's ballet, hip hop, and jazz combined. So I would say that I'm very graceful and I really like beauty in dancing.
Do you find dancing is becoming a lost art these days?
No, not at all. I think that dancing is still very popular. There are still dance competitions out there, and music videos always like dancers in them. And also, the gyms are full of dance up in the classes, the Zumba classes. I also take several Zumba classes a week, as well as the Shine dance class. And the classes are packed because people really do love dancing. It's fun, it's good exercise. And whether it's something they're doing, want to do professionally, and many don't, most of them don't really, but they just like the dancing. It's a good stress reliever and definitely good exercise and good for the body.
Have you thought about in the future being a dance teacher, instructor, or coach?
I did that in the past. I taught jazz dancing and some couples disco type dancing in the past. I did that when I was really young and I enjoyed it very much. But as for now, I don't see myself really wanting to put the time in that. I enjoy just going to class and being the student and learning as much as I can. And then when I am in music videos or even in some films as a dancer, I usually do my own choreography. So I think that's enough for me. I don't think I really want to teach a class anymore.
And how would you describe yourself as a singer, and who were some of your favorite singers growing up?
Let's see. Well, I like different singers. I love house music. I think the house music singers are excellent. They are usually high soprano singers, and I've done some CDs with some house music before, and I'd love to do more. I would absolutely love to do more of that kind of music because it's the kind of music I dance to in clubs, but it's also music that has good singers like Ellie Goulding in it, Maloko, very good singers. As for Broadway type singers, I've always loved musicals like Les Miserables and Grease. I was in Grease. I was in a chorus line when I was doing theater. I love that kind of Broadway music as well. And for favorite singers now, I would have to say Celine Dion is still excellent. I think she's great. And Mariah Carey is excellent as well. And Christina Aguilera. I love singing their songs when I go practicing in karaoke bars.
In your opinion, what makes a great singer, and what was that like being in the musical Grease, the legendary Grease?
It was great. It was great. It was a dream come true. I played the role of Mary Maraschino. She was the one who, in the play, sings Freddie My Love. In the movie, they cut out that song, but in the play, she sings Freddie My Love. And in the movie, she has her solos in Summer Nights and different solos here and there. But it was a fun, flirtatious character who flirts with the DJ at the dance, and she's a good dancer and she's fun. So I really enjoyed playing that role. It's just a dream come true performing that musical. We did it at the Starlight Stage in Fremont, and we were outside at night. It was actually an outside outdoor theater, and under the stars doing that musical was just such a delight. I just loved it.
Do you have any plans to do any more theater work in the future?
I'm pretty much sticking to movies and TV now. If something came up that really paid well and was really worth my while and a good role I really wanted, it would be a consideration, but I never audition for theater or apply for it at all anymore because it's really movies and TV that I love. That's where my passion is now. I felt like theater was something I did for a time. I accomplished my goals and then I was ready to move on to TV shows and movies and also commercials and music videos. I adore those.
What are your thoughts on MTV disappearing, gone after 44 years,
I think
1981 to 2025?
Yeah, it's really, really sad because music videos are a delight to watch. And although you can still watch them all on YouTube, I think people enjoy sitting down and watching an hour of different music videos, seeing different artists, different storylines, different dance routines. I think it's really sad. They should bring it back. MTV was great.
I think, what, the last 10, 15 years, they didn't even play music videos on that station.
Yeah, I see. I don't even watch it. I don't even think I get that channel with just basic cable. But yeah, I heard they were doing different things with it. Although there is some channel, I don't remember the name of it, that does put on some music videos sometimes. But I think that it would be nice if MTV came back or a channel like it and just put on straight music videos. I think people would really enjoy that.
Growing up here in Canada in the 70s and 80s, I used to listen to Casey Kasem, America's Top 40 on the radio in the 70s and 80s as well.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that,
Okay.
but it
Yeah.
sounds good.
But yeah, I was going to ask you, how would you describe yourself as a singer?
I think I'm a pretty good singer. I've sung in a chorus line in a lead role and sung in Grease, and I've sung in other musicals. I've also been in some shows where they wanted singers. I was in an Elvis tribute performance in 2019 where he wanted a female singer to get up and perform while he was changing costumes and doing little set designs. So I was hired to sing 3 songs that I had to learn for the show, songs that I really didn't know before. I had auditioned and worked hard on those songs for the audition because I really wanted to do this. And that was quite fun. And I've also sung in other local talent shows too, as well on TV. I consider myself a high soprano singer. I can hit high notes pretty well. I can sing Mariah Carey and Christina Aguilera music and hit their notes. And I just love songs like that. I mean, dance songs are fun. Sometimes I'll sing dance songs, but I really like the ballads and the serious music.
Is any of your music available for people to listen to on Spotify or Apple iTunes?
No, because I don't own any of the music. I wouldn't be able to upload it there,
Okay.
but do have several songs from the concert, the Elvis tribute concert, on my YouTube channel, and also other songs where I've been filmed in local TV shows or filmed in a karaoke bar singing a song. So I have that as my promo materials when applying for singer jobs. They're all on my YouTube channel.
Do you have a favorite Elvis song? Putting you on the spot here.
Oh gosh, they are all good. Can't Help Falling in Love with You, I would have to say, is one of the best ones that Elvis did. I really like that one.
I would say I'll All Shook Up.
That's good too. Yeah.
Judy, I wanted to get back into your acting career. When you started out as an actor, who were some of your early influences and mentors?
I didn't really have a mentor or an influence. It was just something in my soul that I knew I wanted to do, something I was meant to do. So after theater, I got an agent and they would send me out for commercial auditions and film auditions. And that went on for several years. But then it got better when all the casting sites came out where you could submit yourself. And when you did get cast in a film, a feature film, or a commercial, it was always good to ask the casting director or ask the director of the movie actually to give you a clip of your scenes so you could put them on your YouTube channel and on your casting sites and send them out when submitting. So the casting sites, I think, were the best thing, even though they've gotten way too expensive, but that's another story. But putting your work on your casting sites is really good because then directors can see what you've done, see the characters you've played, and judge whether you're somebody they want for a certain role. So yeah, I think that the acting clips are really good and really help you and help get you cast. I've gotten booked by a lot of directors because of my acting reels. I have different types, and it really helps to show them what you can do and let them see you in a professional production.
How important is it to find the right agent, and how competitive is the acting entertainment industry?
It's extremely competitive, very, very competitive, with lots of actors out there and a lot who are wannabes, people who really don't have experience but are trying to get into it. There's so much out there. But as far as agents, years ago, like 20 years ago, I would have told you agents are very important. Now, I don't think they're as important because, like I said, you can submit yourself. Your agents click buttons on the casting sites just like you do. And although I have a couple of them, and they'll submit me on sites like Actors Access in LA, which I don't subscribe to. I leave it to them to do that. But then for other sites, I subscribe myself and I'm submitting myself several times a day. So I would say that the agent is not as important as they used to be. I don't even see them being around in the future. That's just my opinion. 5 to 10 years, because you could submit yourself for so many things and not have to pay a percentage to anybody for your work. Whereas if an agent gets you the role, they're going to take a percentage of what you make. But if you submit yourself and get the role, it's all yours. And I think that more people are leaning towards that, and they're paying for these casting sites to be able to do that.
So the industry really is shrinking literally as we
It's
speak.
changing a lot. It's
Yeah.
definitely not the same as it was even 10 years ago.
Judy, for those people that are watching our show live stream or later on audio platforms and they're interested in becoming an actor or getting into the entertainment industry, from your experiences, what advice would you give to those people?
Well, I would say that it's good to take acting classes, find a good teacher. I took commercial classes and film acting classes years ago in many different places in Hollywood because I had lived in Hollywood for a while and then moved to the Bay Area and took acting classes there. I think it's really important to learn that because there's certain techniques that are important for acting and to help you be natural on camera. Not everybody can do that. Some people can either overact or they whisper, they don't project, they don't seem to know that you got to project because an audience is watching this and they need to be able to hear you. I think that the acting classes are important from good teachers. Some are good, some are not. So they would just have to audit the classes themselves and see whether they're getting much out of it and get other opinions about who's good and who isn't. But I would say doing that is important. And as you get parts, audition for student films. They're easier to get into. Ask for footage of your parts so that you can do an acting reel so you can put these scenes on a casting site to show what you've done.
Have you thought about being an acting teacher or coach in the future as well?
No,
No?
no. I like doing it myself, and it's very time consuming. People don't realize that even if you are not currently in a movie or working on something, you are busy. I spend like 2 to 3 hours a day submitting myself on the casting sites, and then when they ask me to do self-taped auditions, I have to do that. I already did two this morning. I had to do two auditions already this morning, and the sites keep coming in with more and more work, and you got to read them over carefully, see what you can apply for, see if this is something you want to do, if the pay rate is right, the location is right. It's time consuming. You have to spend a lot of time doing that. Plus, you've got your own life you got to live too. So it keeps you really, really busy, even when you're not doing a project.
How much would you say over the 20 years you've evolved and improved as an actor?
I think I've improved pretty well. When I started out, I had a certain way of acting, but I wasn't always that emotional when it came to crying in a scene. It wasn't always easy to let it really happen. Then I took acting classes in LA, and that really helped me a lot. And then I got a lot of roles where there was emotional scenes necessary and real tears necessary. And the more I did it, the more I knew my certain way of making myself cry or my certain way of making myself laugh. I've learned a lot. So I think I've improved a lot over the years.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Judy, here. What's 3 words to describe yourself as an actor?
Oh, let's see. I would have to say dramatic, precise, and confident.
What have been some of your most unusual roles that you've done so far in your career? Unique.
Unusual roles. Let's see. That's hard to think of because I've played such a variety, and I wouldn't say that they were that unusual. I mean, I played different roles from TV reporters to prostitutes to school teachers to professors. So it's really hard to say if anything was unusual. I just think they're all different in some way.
Now, when you're doing it acting, how involved do you get into the role? Like you step right into that role, and how difficult is it to step out as an actor as well?
Well, I don't think that it's difficult. I would say the most difficult thing would be memorizing lots of dialogue. I mean, some people can do it easily, others can't. For me, some of it's pretty easy depending on the conversation. If it's a high tech video where it's language I'm not familiar with, it might be a little bit more difficult and take more time memorizing it then. But I think that I put myself into the character, and a lot of times I can relate to certain TV shows I've watched. If I'm playing a detective, I was really able to relate to that because I kept thinking of Haley on Chicago PD, who plays an excellent female detective. So I really thought about her when I played Detective Walker in Losers Weepers. So usually, if I'll think, do I know a character who has played this kind of role? Have I seen this kind of role on TV or in a movie? And do I want to play it the way they did it? I'll kind of, if I really like the way they played it, I'll envision them and how they would play it. And then if it's real emotional, if they've got to do a scene where they're very sad about something, I'll reflect on my own life and say, what things in my life had made me very sad? What grieving have I done that I could really bring to this character?
Do you have any memorizing tips that help you with memorizing lines?
Memorize a few lines at a time. That's what I do. I'll take the script, look at the first two lines. Let's say I have a big paragraph, as I do in an upcoming movie. I'll look at the first two lines, say it, and then look away from the script, say it again, look at it again, then look away. And when I feel confident I got those two lines down, then I move on to the next two lines, then add those two lines to it, saying it, looking away to memorize it, and going back to it. And pretty soon the whole paragraph falls into place.
When you're doing roles, do you prefer to be the good guy or do you like playing the villain roles too, or it doesn't matter?
I like the villain roles. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like playing good girl roles, but the villain roles I think are more fun. I was in a movie actually called Villain, where I was a very evil wife, very evil to the husband and the kid. And it's like the crew really laughed about it because they said, you are just so mean, because that was the role I played. That was fun. And there's other roles too, like Vile Speed, Vile Strength. They were two movies by the same production company. And my role was a witch with powers in it. So she could be evil in some ways. And I had so much fun with that. So I would say that I really like the evil roles where I really get into it. And it's so much fun to play that because it's different from my own personality change.
Do you remember the first acting role you had as an actress?
The first one in a movie?
Yes.
I don't even remember the name of the movie, but I do remember it was a comedy. And I can't remember too much about the role, except that I was really young and I was playing somebody who was trying to accomplish something. And the movie was funny in that a couple of the male characters in it had to do crazy things like run across a freeway. And I can't believe they did that when I think about it now, where they waited for traffic to die down and just a few cars were coming and had them run across the freeway and then run back. And it was just crazy, but it was very funny.
Who were some of your favorite actors, both male and female, growing up, starting up in the business?
I liked a lot of TV shows. Let's see. I liked when I was in kindergarten, I can remember coming home from school and watching the repeats of the Brady Bunch every day. They were on at 4:30 and I used to watch them and I love the Marsha and Jan characters. Absolutely love them. All of the actors were good, but Marsha and Jan were my favorite. Cindy Brady, Susan Olsen is actually on my Facebook page now and we talk here and there and make comments a little bit back and forth. So that's pretty exciting. But I liked that show. And then I also liked Lost in Space. Later on, that came on as a repeat every day. So I was able to watch them every day after school. And I love the Judy Robinson character, especially since she had my name. And the Penny Robinson character was great too. So I really just thought those actresses were great. And it inspired me even more to become an actress.
Great shows. By the way, there's another show back in the 60s called Land of the Giants. Did you ever see that too? The Land of the
I never
Giants.
saw it, but I have heard of it because fans of my Giantess videos have told me they watched it or asked me about it. And I said, no, didn't ever see that. But my first Giantess movie was City of the Giants that the director created. And he had told me about it as well. So it sounded pretty fun. I mean, it's a sci fi type of movie. It's fun to think of somebody, walking down the street and little people scurrying because they're going to step on them. It's real sci-fi, so they're fun.
Can you tell us about your role in City of the Giants web series and how did you enjoy playing the role of Susan Connor's TV reporter?
I really liked it. She was a reporter, as you mentioned, and she reported on news about what was going on in the town about little people. And it just reminded me of when I used to play with Barbie dolls as a little girl, because I often felt like the Barbie dolls were my friends and they were little and I was big compared to them. So it reminded me of that. But I loved playing that role. We filmed several episodes of it, and it was just really a pleasure working with that director and going to different places to film the scenes.
And that's how I discovered you through your YouTube channel as well. Now, there's been some movies made out about it, The Incredible Shrinking Man, The Shrinking Woman, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Attack of the 50-Foot Women. Did you ever see any of those movies?
I sung Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, that was funny. I like movies like that. I would love to be in more like that, especially the major motion picture movies. I think those are unique, and there isn't really hardly any of those around today. So I think it would be great to bring those back.
Do you see where you could be making more of these web series, City of the Giants, in the future, possibly?
It depends. I mean, I've been hired by different directors to do them. And lately, I have not seen anything around my area for Giantess videos. But if a good role came up, I would definitely accept it and do more.
Now, if there's one actress in Hollywood that could play you, who would it be?
Julia Roberts,
Why?
I think there's a little bit of a similarity in appearance, but I also think that her emotions, the way she shows them and the way she speaks are a little bit similar to me as well.
Judy, what have been some of your favorite roles, or more? I'm going to reword this question. What have been some of your most difficult roles as an actor, and how important is it to do your homework and research on the characters as well?
Let's see. I can't really think of difficult roles in acting in movies. I wouldn't call them difficult, but corporate videos sometimes have you as the spokeswoman, which I have done. But it comes off being easy because they give you a teleprompter, since there are so many different technical words. But I have to say, if there's anything difficult about it, just making sure you pronounce the words right, because a lot of times you're not used to those words in conversation, so you got to research those and listen to them. And when I've done accents too, I was in a movie called The Broller Brothers, where I played a bartender who had a real Southern accent. Or actually, I'm sorry, that was Goyam on the Roof. It was the same production company, and I was a bartender in both of them. In Goyam on the Roof, I played a bartender who had a Southern accent. And that was something I really did study because I needed to learn the accent. So I listened to Southern videos on the internet to learn that. So I would say that took some real homework. And other roles where they're very sad, as I mentioned before, there are things in my life I've really grieved about, so it's easy to relate the sad roles to those things and come up with how I feel and how I reacted to them and add them to the character. But I wouldn't say any role I had was really difficult. I've enjoyed the challenge and all of them, and they all seem to go pretty well.
What are your thoughts on short films?
Oh, short films are great. They end up in film festivals, they can win awards, and you have the pleasure of going to the film festival and seeing your movie as well as other movies there. And a lot of times they have a red carpet there and they interview actors there on the red carpet about their short films. I've done many, many of those. In fact, I've done a lot of feature films, but I would say I've done more short films, and I've loved seeing them end up in different film festivals and going to see some of them. It's so much fun to attend movie premieres. It's the reward for being an actor, I think, when you get to go to a movie premiere and see your movie on the big screen. And I've done so many of those. I think they're great.
Hopefully, one day you'll come to the Toronto Film Festival. It's every September here in Toronto as well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's an exciting one.
Judy, I wanted to ask you this too. What is next on your bucket list as an actor?
I would love to get a TV series role, a regular TV series, and my favorite are soap operas. I would love to be on General Hospital. I think I would do great on that show because there's always some kind of drama going on. There's always crying or real heavy emotions. So I think I would be great for that show. I'd love to be on General Hospital. And I think soap operas show so much more than TV shows do. You really grow with the character because you've got to film every day and put it out every day. And I think it's really challenging too with all the dialogue, but I think I'm up for that challenge.
Do you feel soap operas are shrinking right now?
Yes, a lot of them went off the air. I used to love watching The Guiding Light, and that went off the air some years ago. And a lot of them are no longer on the air. I'm not even sure if I'm guessing there's probably only three soap operas on the air. That's what I'm guessing. I don't think there's any more than that. And I don't see why, because there is a market for it. Some do like to watch the soap operas. They have different job schedules where they could be home during the day and watch it every day and follow it. I know I try to watch General Hospital every day that I'm home. If I'm cleaning house or working on something, I will turn it on and make sure I watch it at the same time. And I think that a lot of people love to watch it. And then, of course, there's also elderly people too who are home all day, don't go anywhere. I know they love soap operas and they would love to be able to watch the same show every day and look forward to it day after day. So I really don't know what the reason is for them, so many going off the air, but I wish more would come back and I'd love to be in them.
It's kind of like an escape from reality. So it's kind of nice to be able to watch something more. There's no doom and gloom news and stuff like that, and it's just escape from reality. And by the way, I was a huge fan of the As the World Turns soap opera. So I
Yeah.
admit it, I watched it for many years, and I had one of the actors on my show about 2 years ago, Martha Byrne, who played Lily on there as well.
I didn't really watch that one. I may have seen it once or twice. I didn't really watch it.
Yeah.
Was Eileen Fulton on As the World Turns, or am I thinking?
Yes. No, she
Okay,
was.
because my mother watched it and I did meet Eileen Fulton. She was signing autographs at a neighborhood mall in my area years ago, and my mom wanted to go meet her because she always watched the show. So we did go and meet her and get an autographed picture, and that was really nice. I don't know if she's still acting anymore or not.
Being an actor, you get recognized. What's it like when people come up to you and they want a selfie with you or a signed photo from you?
Well, I have had different people come up to me. They haven't really asked for a signed photo because, of course, a lot of headshots aren't even not even hard copies now. Everything's online, and I think they
Digital.
realize that. I haven't really been asked that in a long time, but I do like it when people in restaurants or clubs have come up to me and said, "You were in that movie, The Ghost of Annie Lee," because that's on Amazon Prime, Stash TV, Tubi TV, Apple TV, so many different places. And or have come up and said, I saw you in River of Ghosts, because again, that one is on Apple TV, Xfinity, Amazon, everywhere. And that's always exciting because when they come up and tell you they like the movie or recognize you, it makes you feel like what you did was all worth it.
Now, when you were in the Giantess movie as Susan Connors, was there one particular scene that was your favorite?
I liked the reporting scenes. I can't really say there was one particular scene. I enjoyed all of it, but the reporter scenes were always good. I loved doing that. I love playing TV reporters and regular mainstream movies as well.
Judy, I know we're at the 40-minute mark. Are you okay for a few more minutes? Because I was
Sure.
going to
Yeah.
show I was going to show your acting reel, which was from your
Okay.
IMDb page as well.
Okay.
Just 1 second. We'll play it right now. I'm the audio guy, so please, Judy, let me know if you can hear the audio. If not, we will fire the audio guy, which is me, by the way. I wear 10 different hats, literally. I try to be funny, but that's why I'm in radio.
Okay.
1 second, and this is courtesy of Judy Cerda's IMDb page. Please make sure you subscribe and follow. And this is your acting role right here, and it's a recent one too, by the way. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Useful information in it. I found it to be quite empowering.
John told me you were crazy.
Oh, is that what he said? What else did he say about me?
Said that he loves me. He hasn't loved you for a really long time.
Now who's trying to hurt who?
You know, this is really sad. You know that? Why can't you just accept it?
Has he told you that he wants to marry you? Maybe bear his little children? Did he tell you that if he has a boy, he wants to name him Alex, and if he has a little girl, Daniela?
Why would he tell you that?
What a sweet little fantasy.
Why would he tell you that?
You're not the only one he tells things to. He is my husband, after all.
You're such a bitch, you know that? You're just angry because you're not me.
Oh, I may be a bitch, but believe me, I'm glad that I'm not some stupid, naive girl. I've lived with years of pain. I've had lots of practice. But how are you going to deal with it?
We're in love and we're happy.
Believe me, you're not the first, and you certainly won't be the last.
Can't you just let me be happy? I mean, it's not like I made vows to you.
That's right, you didn't. But you see, we're very similar. When I first met him, he was already with another woman. But I was very young and naive, and I was flattered by his smooth lines and the adoration of such a handsome man.
So, what can I get for you little lovebirds today?
Why, sweet Jesus, it's Billy Turner. You remember me, don't you?
I'm sorry, ma'am. You must have me confused. My name's Abraham.
Oh, hogwash. Little Billy Turner. Don't you remember me? Mrs. Parfano? Marilyn?
I don't know who this woman is.
Oh, jeez, he's just being shy. He always was shy. Why, little Billy Turner, I haven't seen you since your first communion.
First communion?
Why, yes, I was a Sunday school teacher for a long time. He was such a sweet little Catholic boy. Do you still shit yourself when you get nervous? Did you ever get over that? I think I've embarrassed him. I didn't mean to embarrass him. If I really wanted to embarrass him, I would have told you about how he ejaculates too fast during whoopee.
I command you, let the dead rise. My husband was taken from me way too soon, and I miss him every day. I don't deserve to mourn him the rest of my life. Please bring him back to me. Let him rise. Let him rise with
Hello,
Hello, my name is Melissa Thompson, and I'm with Channel K28 News. Today, I am in Golden Gate Park as there have been some sightings of a monster out here on the loose. We are trying to investigate.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, there's no monster out here. I don't know what you
Excuse
people
me.
are thinking.
Excuse me, but I am trying to do the news.
Hey,
Just
look,
cut,
there's
cut,
no
please.
monster here.
Just cut.
This house just went on the market today, and you are the first lucky ones who get to see it.
See? Lucky.
This house is a real classic. It was built around 1920 by a doctor who liked to dissect people for no apparent reason.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. In the interest of full disclosure, I guess I should tell you that this house has a bit of a dark past.
How so?
Well, everyone who has lived here has died in some horrific fashion, including the 2 young girls we found dead here just 3 hours ago.
Well, I don't relish the thought of living in a murder house. The price is absolutely perfect. We'll take it with no more questions asked. And even if we did have questions, I'm sure the mystery surrounding the home would just confuse us in the long run.
Yes, it's really best to not think about why this house is what it is and why the things you will see are what they are.
Well, what kind of things?
No more questions asked. Remember, Lavender?
But Dad.
Shut it. You'll have to forgive my daughter. She lets her curiosity get the best of her.
Oh, well, in this house, I'm sure it will be something else that gets her.
What?
Let's check out the kitchen.
Go get your phone! Get him! Or I'll lock you back up in your cage again! Oh, shit!
Thank you so much, Judy, for letting me play that. Just thoughts on that acting role.
I'm sorry?
Thoughts on your latest acting reel, and how often as an actor do you make a reel of your work?
As soon as I get enough scenes to run, I have several reels on my IMDb and on YouTube. So as I get new scenes that I think are really good, then I'll either hire someone to edit it and put it together, or a few times I was able to do it myself. Now my computer has had some changes, so I'll probably need to hire someone next time. But yeah, that brought back some good memories. I really loved filming that, where I was playing the real estate one, American Horrible Story, in that beautiful mansion in San Francisco. We just loved that house, and it was so much fun filming there.
What's the average standard time for a reel these days?
For a role? Well,
For
if
an
it's
acting reel?
Oh, a reel?
Yeah.
I would say make it about 3 minutes. Some of mine are a little longer. Some people do theirs shorter, but I say about 3 minutes is good. Because if you have a variety of roles you want to show, you should try to fit in several of them in that 3 minutes.
Judy, as we wrap this show up in a couple minutes, how important is branding and marketing yourself as an actor and the impact the internet and social media platforms have had on your career, even in the last couple of years?
Well, I haven't really branded myself per se. I like playing a variety, so I don't want to just say this is what I play, because then that limits you. I'd rather just show them my reels with the different roles I've played, because a lot of them are very different from each other. And I think that helps get me cast if people see that and see that I don't just stick to one type of role. And social media is very important. If you're doing films, once you get permission to put a movie trailer or a short film that's already made the festival round, when you get permission, put it on your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your YouTube, whatever social media sites you use. It's important to show those things, because producers and directors are out there on social media as well. And then they can see this and see what you've done. So I try to post as much as I can about my work and show what I'm in, because there are directors and producers out there on my sites, and I'm always happy to take on new roles. So I like to show what I'm doing.
Can you tell our audience the social media platforms you're on? I believe you're on what, Facebook and YouTube channel?
Yeah. I am on Facebook. My name is Judy Cerda. And you would find me on the regular Facebook page, but also I have a fan page for Facebook, and I'm on YouTube under the same name. I also have a LinkedIn profile, and I'm on IMDb. So if you want to look me up on IMDb and see some videos or some credits of mine, look me up there as well. So that's basically my main sites that I use. So yeah, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's great, or get on my fan page, that's great as well. I'd love to have you on there.
Have you done any films and movies and stuff out of California, or has most of your work been in the state of California?
Some of it has been in Las Vegas. We're in a show called the Las Vegas Strip Show pertaining to the happenings on the strip, the casinos, malls, restaurants. I filmed a few scenes over there in Las Vegas, which I loved. Las Vegas is a fantastic place for filming, and I hope to do more in the new year over there. The others have all basically been in California, different places around here.
Now, when you played Susan Connors in the Giantess series, how would you describe yourself as a giantess? Just playing her.
I think that Susan Connors, I think, was a nicer giantess. Other roles like Karen in the movie Queen Karen, she's a little bit more vicious, a little bit more selfish, wants things her way, wants the little people to be slaves to her, wants to be bossy and tell them what to do. And I think that's kind of fun to do that. But as far as Susan Connors, she's a TV reporter who honestly wants to report the news accurately, and she wants to show what's going on. But at the same time, she loves this little man she finds.
As we wrap this up, Judy, what are some fun facts or a fun fact about yourself?
Let's see. Fun facts. I also am very much into the law of attraction, reading the book The Secret. Also took a course in The Secret a few years back. I do believe that you attract good things into your life with positive thoughts, positive posts, and conversations. I think it's important to focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. Focus on what you love, not what you hate. And that helps bring these things to you. So I'm very much into that. And I love to read articles on the law of attraction as well.
And by the way, I just started a new career into media radio 6 years ago, and I'm self-taught, and age is just a number. And it's important, whatever you do in life, you need to find that passion. And just talking to you, Judy, and seeing your work on social media, how passionate you are about what you're doing.
Well, that's great what you're doing too. Yeah, it's good that you're making your dream come true, being a host, and I think you're doing great yourself. I'm proud of you for that. It is important to go after your passions because you only live once, so you can't just put them off forever. You have to pick a time and do it.
Judy, this is a new segment as we wrap this up. It's called Ask the Host CDP a Question. Do you have a question or two for me before we wrap this up?
Sure. Is that your house you are in where you're filming from right now?
That is a virtual background. I'm eventually
Oh,
working on getting my own studio. So right now I'm using a StreamYard virtual background. I wish that was the background
yeah,
of my house.
it's beautiful. I was just going to say I love houses and I love big living rooms and gorgeous furniture. So I was asking about that because I wondered if it was your house, but it's a great background. It really is.
This technology really is amazing, and I wish they had it sooner. But you know what? I don't know if I would have been ready for this when I was in my 20s and 30s because I was very shy and I didn't really like public speaking. I used to kind of shrink in the spotlight, and now I'm very comfortable being in front of a camera, in front of people now. I love doing this.
I started out like that too. I took a public speaking class in high school to help myself because I had a real problem with shyness. I was fine with dancing in
Oh,
front of audiences because I started off as a young child doing that. But as far as speaking in front of people, I knew I wanted to be an actress, but it terrified me to get up and talk and give a speech about something in front of people. And I knew it was something I needed to get over. So I can definitely relate to that.
how would you describe yourself as a public speaker?
I think I'm pretty confident now because I've done so much public speaking. I hosted the Pet Expo in Santa Clara County 2 years in a row, where I ran dog contests, announced events happening to people, answered questions, interviewed pet owners and pet organizations. I did that. Plus, I hosted a horror film festival where I actually got up and announced the films and interviewed the directors on the stage. And I've also participated in auctions where I announced the products and told people about the things they could be auctioned off, things that would be great rewards for them. So I've gotten used to it, but I think that it does take time and it takes practice. And I think that I speak pretty clearly, which is helpful when you're speaking to audiences so that everybody understands you, even those who may have a hearing impediment. It's good to project and speak clearly so everybody can hear you. I think I'm good at that. And I love doing emceeing. It's really fun for me. So I'd love to do more of those in the new year too.
And I'm now doing public speaking once a month here with high school kids regarding careers, education, and I absolutely loved it. And the kids laugh when I tell them when I was their age in high school, I hated public speaking. The teacher used to drag me from the back of the classroom up in front of everybody. And I said, you can reinvent yourself. I said, just what you don't know what you want to do as a teenager, but you can have 2, 3, 4 different careers. And being shy in school, it can change over time as well. And I believe being in security, I was in security before I did this. I find that career helped me prepare for this because when you're in security, you have to deal with all walks of life. You have to learn how to talk, communicate, and listen and think on your feet. And ab-libbing as well is huge.
Right, right. That's important too. Actors call it improvisation. You have to be able to improvise. You never know if something unusual is going to happen while you're emceeing an event, or somebody's going to be yelling something out or asking a question. You just have to be able to think on your feet right on the spot.
Judy, I wanted to ask you this before we wrap this up in like 1 minute. Any plans for your own podcast or even writing a book about your career one day?
No, I don't see myself as being a writer or doing a podcast. I think that I'm just very focused right now in getting into more movies, getting into TV shows. As I said, I'd love to get a regular series, preferably on a soap opera. I just concentrate on that. So I don't see myself doing a podcast, but I certainly have enjoyed yours.
Is this your first Canadian podcast you've been on?
In Canada? It may have been. I've been on different shows where I actually was live there with them in California. Yeah, I don't think I've done one for Canada before, so this is great.
And for someone that's like me that's never been to California, what's your favorite thing about the state of California?
I love the beach towns.
The beach.
Monterey, Santa Cruz, Carmel. They're beautiful places to visit with great restaurants, shops, and you're by the ocean. It's a really peaceful time when you go to one of the beaches here. So I would have to say I love the beach towns the most.
I'll have to take you up on that one day. I've never even been on an airplane, so I'm going to have to go on an
Oh,
airplane at some point. Yes,
that's
I'm going to try it
amazing.
once. I'm going to have to try it one day. Yes.
Great.
But Judy, finally, where can our audience follow you on social media, your website, and are you able to mention some of your upcoming films and promote them, and also the best way if somebody's interested in looking to hire you of contacting you directly?
It would be great if they followed me on my YouTube channel where they could subscribe. And if they want to contact me, write me a message on Facebook or my Facebook fan page, follow me on the fan page. You could definitely reach me there. I do check messages daily, so I would get your message. And if you want to talk to me about a role or work, you definitely get a hold of me. Send me a message, Facebook fan page, and on YouTube, likes and comments on work that you like is always appreciated. And what was the other question?
Just some of your upcoming films and projects that
Oh,
you're going to be doing.
yes, I can mention them. I can't talk about what they're about, but as you
Okay.
mentioned, Time Force as Agent Buchanan. That's going to be coming up, and that's a sci-fi movie I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be playing a certain type of agent role in Perilous Times. I already was a TV reporter in it, but I'm going to be doing another role. The director has asked me to play another role as well, which is fun. And as for the movies coming out, there's The Tardins, there's Losers Weepers, there's The Fallen, and the Julia Stiles movie. All 4 of those will be coming out, and I will be posting on my sites where they are. You can look on my YouTube channel and find the trailer for the Julia Stiles movie. And yeah, if you just follow me on those pages, I post where everything's playing and when everything's released.
Hey, and if I keep getting shorter, then we can do a Giantess movie, and I can be your
Yeah,
co-star.
yeah, that's right. That would be
So
fun.
that would be fun. And you know what, Judy, I want to say thank you so much for giving us more than 40 minutes. I apologize for keeping you an
No
hour, but
problem. Oh, that's
thank you
fine.
so much for having on. Continued success, and just give me a little bit of time tonight, and I will send you the full video the audio, and I will edit this into reels and clips. And you have an open invite to come back on this show again if you'd like to promote more of your work. And the next time if you do come on, I will be on a radio station in Niagara Falls, which is going to be done remotely. So this technology, you hear the negative aspects, but if you use technology the right way, it's a good tool.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's to be on things like this long distance. There's so much you can do with that. I think that this StreamYard, Zoom, and FaceTime are all great. They're really helpful in the entertainment business.
Well, Judy, thank you so much again for coming on here today, and continued success. And look forward to seeing more of your work on Amazon Prime, Netflix, and your YouTube channel as well.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on here.
Thank you so much, Judy, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody, that wraps up season 12, episode 47, overall 652 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. And again, that was my guest today, Judy Cerda, an actress out of Northern California. And I forgot to do this when she was on our show. We'll give her a double applause because I forgot to do it when I brought her on. So one more. And you can follow her on Facebook and her YouTube channel. And she has an IMDb page as well. So thank you to Judy Cerda for coming on here today. And I want to say thank you to everyone for watching this show as well. And I have some news, guys, coming soon. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show is coming soon to realwealthradio.ca. That's realwealthradio.ca. It is out of Niagara-on-the-Lake, and I will be on that station very soon. Thanks to Maria, who is the station owner. So look for this talk show, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, on realwealthradio.ca. Please check it out. They have some good programs there, and they play some good music there as well. So realwealthradio.ca, and the thanks to Maria, the station owner. And as we wrap up the show, guys, I have another announcement to make, and I have another show tomorrow. And it is going to be, I forgot to put it on my graphics here, but I have a show tomorrow on Saturday, January 24th. Saturday, January 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern with my special guest. Her name is Azita Nori. Azita Nori. She is a women's confidential coach out of Amsterdam. Amsterdam's about 6 hours ahead of us. So Azita Nori, a women's confidence mindset coach, will be on tomorrow, Saturday, January 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern, or in Amsterdam time, which is about 6 o'clock. So they're about 6 hours ahead of us. So Azita Nori will be my next guest, and I'm working on more great guests and shows for next week as well. And again, guys, I'll put the websites. You can follow Judy on all these social media platforms and her email address there as well. Speaking of Barry Cullen Chevrolet dealership, the official sponsor of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, it is your go-to-go service center this winter. A no-charge 12-volt battery test. And if you happen to need a new battery, a $20 instant rebate. More details at barrycullenchevrolet.com, or you can pop by 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Speaking of CDP, if you'd like a personalized video message from yours truly, CDP, go to cameo.com, type in Chris Palme. I do happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy Hanukkah, congratulations. If you want to ask me questions about my talk show, my media work, some of my favorite interviews, favorite stories, please book a Cameo today. Cameo.com, Chris Palme. Look forward to doing it. You can also now follow me on Blue Sky Social at Live with CDP19 on Blue Sky Social. I post regularly there as well. If you're looking to adopt a pet, check out the Cambridge and District Humane Society, located at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. Telephone number 519-623-7722, extension 0, or visit their website, cambridgehumanesociety.org. All the animals that are up for adoption, their profiles and information on there as well. And they do have an event coming up, I believe Saturday, April 11th, 2026. It's called Prohibition. It's a 1920s type event, and the tickets are only $75. So if you're looking to support the Cambridge District Humane Society, check out the Prohibition fundraising event on Saturday, April 11th, 2026. And also, they still have some calendars, Cambridge Humane Society 2026 calendars. They're only $10, and they're located right across from the Cambridge Centre Mall at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. And if you're looking to volunteer like I do twice a week, go to cambridgehumanesociety.org, click on the volunteer form and fill it out. And hopefully we'll see you down there walking dogs and volunteering with the Cambridge District Humane Society. And they do a wonderful job getting these homeless animals into good homes with good families as well. So a shout out to Michelle Gallatley and the entire staff at the Cambridge District Humane Society. And dogs like Daisy and Christopher and Molly down there and Bernie, they're all looking for the right family and the right home. So if you're looking to adopt, check out the Cambridge District Humane Society. Again, you can't buy happiness, but you can adopt it at the Cambridge District Humane Society. As we wrap up the show, guys, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, again, is live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now available on Instagram. And hopefully soon will be on TikTok. And this show will be on ruralwealthradio.ca coming soon as well. You can check out my website at beacons.ai/Chris D. Palme. Again, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show is brought to you by and sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Automall. Again, check out their website, barrycullen.com. You can follow this full-time content creator on TikTok at Chris Palme. Thank you to my almost 1,600 followers. So check me out on TikTok. I post a lot of content there. Follow, like, and share. And again, thank you everyone for enjoying my content on TikTok. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. If you're into webinars or podcasting, check out StreamYard.com. They have basic free plans, paid professional plans like I'm on, or they do have business plans. For businesses that do a lot of webinars or live streaming, go to StreamYard.com and contact the sales department for business pricing as well. And yours truly has been with StreamYard now for over 5 years, and I give them a big thumbs up. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, the audio version is on these platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, and Good Pods. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I want to say thank you to 71 countries around the world for listening to the show. And I have over 10,000 plus downloads and listens on Spotify as well, and also over 623,000 views on my YouTube channel. So thank you everyone for watching this show and listening to it as well. And as we wrap up this show, guys, you can email this show, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, at cpalme19@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, suggestions, and feedback would be greatly appreciated. And finally, guys, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, Threads, everywhere except Snapchat. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chris Palme Live with CDP Talk Show. Subscribe, like, and share as well. And also, if you're a business looking to advertise on live streaming platforms such as this, you can email me at cpalme19@gmail.com or DM me on my social media pages. My prices are very reasonable and fair compared to traditional radio. And I'm on 21 platforms, including TikTok, Instagram, all the major platforms, including a YouTube channel as well. So if you want to advertise, consider Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Look forward to hearing from you and hopefully getting your show, your company and business to come aboard this show as well. And as for NBA tonight, guys, the Houston Rockets are taking on the Detroit Pistons tonight at 7 o'clock at Little Caesars Arena. Pistons are 32-10, looking to go to 33-10. And last night, the Red Wings lost 4-3 to Minnesota in overtime. But the Red Wings have taken 3 out of 4 points on this 3-game road trip with a 2-1 overtime win in Toronto Wednesday night. And then last night, losing 4-3 in overtime to Minnesota. The Red Wings are back in action on Saturday night against the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg. And also, I don't think I mentioned this in my last show, Buffalo Bills fired Sean McDermott after 9 years, a 106-58 record in the regular season and playoffs, 5 AFC the East Division titles, 2 trips to the AFC Championship games, and made the playoffs 8 out of 9 years. And Sean McDermott is a really good head coach, and I feel he was a scapegoat. So Sean McDermott is no longer the Bills head coach. I do think Sean McDermott will be back in the NFL next year as a head coach. And the Bills are looking for a new head coach, and I believe they interviewed Mike McDaniel, the former Miami coach, today, as well as Anthony Lynn and Phillip Rivers as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who the next Buffalo Bills head coach is going to be, and also where Sean McDermott's going to be as well. And the Philadelphia Eagles still have not found an offensive coordinator yet as well. So hopefully the Eagles in the next week or two will figure out who's going to be their offensive coordinator as well. Again, I want to say thank you to my guest today, Judy Cerda, for coming on here today. And I hope you guys can check out my next show tomorrow, Saturday, January 24th at 12 p.m. Again with Azeda Nori, a women's transformation coach out of Amsterdam as well. So looking forward to that. And I do have more shows booked up for next week as well. And I hope everybody has a great night. And if you're in Southern Ontario, make sure you stay warm. It's going to be about minus 29 with the wind chill. And we are expecting more snow this weekend, specifically this Sunday as well. And that is about it, guys. And I want to say congratulations to the Indiana I want to say congratulations to Indiana for winning their first ever national championship, beating Miami on Monday night as well. So Indiana University, you think of basketball, and now they've won a championship, and their story is incredible. And there should be a movie made about Indiana football after their turnaround this season as well. So congratulations to Indiana for being the national champions of college football as well. And that is it. So thank you to my guest today, Judy Cerda, for coming on here. And I want to say thank you to Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership for being a part of this show, and also to my guests, and also everyone watching this live stream and on my audio platforms as well. I hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, January 24th at 12 p.m. with Azeda Nori, a women's transformation coach. Have a good night, everybody, and make sure you stay warm. Good night.